join, we are also attaching LinkedIn. So we'll need a few minutes to synchronize everything. I have information that LinkedIn is ready. So a few more seconds and we will start. Okay, thank you everybody for joining. I hope some people will join in the middle. My name is Amadeusz Bathelt. I'm product manager at Dealavo, and today I will tell you about pricing psychology and how to effectively present your promotions. So this is interactive training part 2, but you didn't have to be on the first one to understand what is going on. Just a quick maybe summary of what was during the last meeting, last training. I will show you our ebook that I created based on this the previous training. So we have created like this. We have gathered quite a lot of answers on our questionnaires, on our quizzes, and it was over 100 response. And we decided, okay, so if we have some theory and some theory and some thesis, some theories behind this, let's see if a group of people from e-commerce will also, if they will be fooled with this psychological pricing. And what we have is the whole paper on this. So we covered just below pricing effect, decoy pricing, 100 rule, and comparison of the percentage-based promotions. And of course, we go into details in the paper. We show exactly the answers, what was the distribution of the questions and the distributions of the answers. But I think the summary, of course, is the most important one. So we saw that just below pricing technique sometimes work, but sometimes doesn't work. So it's not really something that you should take for granted. Decoy pricing technique worked really well, and I will also follow up during this training about the decoy pricing and how to use it in other situations. The 100 rule didn't work. People didn't prefer this kind of showing the prices and discounts. Of course, if you want to go into details more, what is each technique, you can read the paper or watch the previous webinar. But I will also dig into how to use other maybe technique. Maybe it will work better than 100 rule, and how to show two kinds of promotions, one percentage, second also percentage, which people will be buying. This showing was working on people. So if you want, we will send you here on the chat link to this ebook. You can download it and you can be inspired with the results. And maybe the general remark on all those webinars and the theory behind this, and also the ebook. This is knowledge gathered from scientific papers. They were conducting some experiments with people, and I'm just showing you the theory, and I want you to be inspired with them to make A/B tests, because nothing is sure. Every category is different, every industry is different, and I want you to be inspired and check with your side. But I want you to have this filtered out techniques, and then to choose what is the most suitable for you. So based on this, we don't have only theory, we also have some experiments, and we saw what is working on people who were aware that they were being asked for this, They were experts in e-commerce. They had limited time to answers. We'll make similar quizzes here during this webinar. But if something worked like this on people who were aware that they were asking, maybe it works really well when people are not aware. Let's switch to the presentation. As I said, it will be interactive. So if you want, you can join here the QR code. I believe we already sent you a link to join. So later there will be some questionnaires and you can answer, take active participation in the webinar. So a few words about me. I'm product manager at Dealavo. I'm responsible for the product, and I'm here around 5 years already. Before I was working at Gillette, P&G. I was designing Hyperloop for SpaceX, and I was also a manager in Global Krav Maga Academy. So totally wide range of experience, not only in commerce and product, also other industries. And quickly, what Dealavo does, we help in few different areas. First of all, we help with selection of the assortment. So to help you, we can make a snapshot from the selected website, price comparison website, marketplace, and you will have the information about the best sellers there. If it's possible, we'll also gather the number of sales, and you'll know what is popular in the market and what is good to add to your portfolio, to your web store. We also offer ad hoc reports. So this is a tool that you can put a file with EAN codes. We'll find EAN codes automatically. We'll search the market for those EAN codes, and we'll give you the overview of the prices on the market. So if you put 1,000 EAN codes, we look for them, for example, on Dealavo, Google, and Amazon, and we'll give you the lowest price, how many people are selling the product, the average price, the standard deviation, maximum price, etc. So you can further use this information to either negotiate the prices with your distributors or manufacturers, or maybe to make decision if it's good to add the product to your portfolio or no. The core, in fact, of our of Dealavo is implementation of the pricing strategy. So we do price monitoring. When you tell us which products you want to monitor and where, we'll look for those products, for all the offers of those products on the chosen websites. We'll update the prices by default once per day, and we will give you all the information in the online panel. So you don't have to download anything, and you don't have to go to those websites, check the prices. We'll do this for you automatically. We also gather information about the promotion, and I think what is really important is dynamic pricing. So based on those prices that we gather and your pricing strategies which you set in our tool, we'll calculate the optimal prices automatically. And if you have some ERP system with which we have integration, we'll automatically send the optimal prices to your store, so you don't have to worry about putting them manually. We'll do this automatically, and no matter the day of the week, time, etc. We'll just put them. So we'll be one step ahead of your competitors. And for manufacturers, we have another tool called a private label, where we look for particular substitutes of the product. So if you have like coffee machine, you are selling it, you manufacture it, you don't only compete. Clients are not only looking for one particular brand, but they are choosing from other brands. So we are also helping with finding what other brands people consider. So today I will tell you about continuation of the topic from the volume 1, a lot of questionnaires, later about presenting the prices, further about promotions, and about non-standard pricing methods. But first, you can join here. Will be some warm-up question. If you have Google Analytics 4 connected to your web shop. And let's start. You can answer this question in the app. And there will be also follow-up question to, this is not the final question. because it's connected also with price monitoring and dynamic pricing. I want to indicate something with this. Not a lot of answers. I hope that you will, with time, you will join and you'll have more answers. So all of you have Google Analytics connected to your web store. And another question is if you made an analysis of this data in the last 30 days. And this is exactly my point, that majority of people have Google Analytics, they have data, but they don't perform analysis. And the same as with price monitoring and dynamic pricing. When you have data, that's fine. It's necessary, but not a lot of people perform analysis and set prices based on this, especially every day what should be done with the prices. And let's look here. Okay, so majority of you make the analysis, but one person doesn't. It's 25%. Still, I'm happy that you make analysis, but for the people who didn't answer, let's think in your heart if you really do analysis, if you like it, or maybe it's better to automatize this. So continuation of the topic from the volume 1. In the first part, I asked which promotion is more attractive, minus 50 pounds, minus 26%, or they are equal. And in this case, people decided that you, or if you weren't there, the participants decided in proper way which product was better. So it didn't work if you wanted to show in another way, maybe because maybe theory was that maybe this is better to show with the value than the percentage, but it was easily calculatable by the clients. So another case is that maybe it's better to show the discount which you send by email by the percentage or by the value. So they made a test, they made a survey, they sent to customers, to one group, the discount for 50 pounds and for other 15% off. And the result was that people who got the value discount were more eager to go to the store and buy the product than the people who decided that who got the percentage discount, and the revenue was 170% higher. So this is because people, when they see the discount with the value, they see immediately how much they can save. There are no calculations needed. So this is the better way to show the discounts, the promotions, to send a voucher with the value than to show the percentage. And in fact, when I now look at other big players on the market, for example, IKEA, I see that they also make discounts with value, not with the percentage. So it's better to save 100 than save 10%. And now, how to present promotions, another topic, because we can show promotions in two ways. Maybe we should show that you have discount minus 40%, and maybe you should show that you have to pay only 60% for the product. And from my experience, the case minus 40% is more popular in European e-commerce, and pay 60% is more popular in USA. So which work better? If we are right, showing the minus 40, or maybe US is right, showing 60%. And if we make such promotions and discounts, maybe A/B tests, the probability of purchase in Europe, if we make this test, with this discount will be 40%, but with pay only some remaining value will be 60%. And why it's like this? Because this kind of promotion is surprising for us. We are not used to this. But if we make the same test in US, those values, the probability will be switched. So for them, this will be something new, and probability of buying of the purchase will be 60%. and for them, normal kind of showing the price will have only probability of 40%. So it's better in Europe to show something like this. Probability of the purchase will be higher because it's surprising for the client. They are not used to this and they are paying more attention to such a promotion. Another topic we mentioned in the last webinar was decoy pricing, and we asked you which product would you choose. We asked first about the free products, then about adding 4, and this decoy product switched the amount of the sold products, of the chosen products, to the more expensive ones. And how to use this in other cases. For sure, you've been to the cinema, you had to buy popcorn, and usually they have few sizes. What is important in this experiment is that people must perceive the product as a single package. This is like this. This is the case with the popcorn. And when they are showing, for, in this example, 3 sizes, and the price is really similar to each other. So how to make people buy bigger product? First of all, you should show what is the difference in the size. So you can show that, okay, this is plus 50%, and people will calculate, oh, it's only £1 difference. This is great when you calculate the value for the price. But this one is twice as much as the small one, and only £2. So those are not attractive. This is the most attractive product. But how to switch people more even to buy large? You can show huge one, and people will be not buying. So in this case, people will be eliminating mostly the cheapest one and the most expensive one, choosing the medium. But here they will be eliminating the huge one and the small one and choosing between 2 of them. Of course, some people will buy the huge one. And of course, this is the best value for you because the cost of popcorn and work, it's not so much. But if you want to sell more large, you should add a huge package of the popcorn or of the product that people find as a one portion. And maybe you will say, okay, but when I make a discount and people are buying some products, they are not going to buy it in the future. And this is some example of how it works with promotion. So, for example, when I was once talking to head of pricing in some bra company, she said that when they make discount promotion for the product, of course their sales, their revenue grows. But after this, they have drop in sales because, as if I remember correctly, the number of bras bought by women per year is like around 5. So if they bought 5 in January, they will not buy them later. They will just use them for the whole year. So their sales drops. But why it doesn't work like this if you make the bigger package and people will find it as a one set? Because with this in this experiment, they made study with jelly sweets, so small packages and large packages. And in fact, when people were buying larger packages, people still were eating everything on one standing on, at once. It doesn't matter the size. So when people are buying bigger package, they are still consuming everything because they find it as a one package, one portion or recommended portion. So it doesn't last for longer. They just eat everything. The same with popcorn. When you buy a bigger one, it doesn't mean that next time you will be in the cinema, you will use this this popcorn. No, you are buying next one. Same with jellies, maybe with the chocolate, everything that people find and consider as one portion. So if you sell more, they will also eat everything. But does it only apply to the food products? No. And as I told you, I have experience with Gillette, and we saw that with the bigger package, people were changing razors more often than with the smaller packages, and the longest they were using the last one. before they bought the new pack. So when they used all 13 razors, the last one was used for the longest time. So even if they buy more of the products, bigger package, they will be using it per razor faster. So their consumption will be faster, and yeah, thanks to this, they will be buying it maybe not more often than free pack, but they will be using the heads of the razors more often or in a shorter time, exchanging them faster. So it's better to sell bigger pack because people use more products then. And also there is another thing I read in the scientific paper. I didn't include this here, but when the time from paying to the usage is longer, people see more value because they forget about the money they paid, but they see only the value of the product. And this is in fact also visible with the pre-order of the games, video games, because if you pre-order a game and you pay now and you play the game in 6 months, you don't feel the pain of paying for the game. You see only the value of the game because you already forgot that you paid for it. Okay, and now maybe some questions. Please join the quiz, and will be quite a lot of questions. So we'll be checking if you understand all the promotions, if you can be fooled by them or no. Some will be easy, some will be more complex. Let's look into this, what works the best. This is still a warm-up one. So the question is, which promotion is the best one? One of discount 50%, discount 30, and then 25, or they are equal? $15 more seconds. If somebody wants to join, you can still join. I think it's good to answer and to say in your heart that, oh, I knew everything, because it doesn't work like this. Okay. I will go to another question. And now double promotions. Now you have permanent promotion minus 14, 40, another one minus 25, and additional minus 20, or they are equal. I will go into answers in a second. I just want you not to be biased by the answers. And okay, I will close. And another one, minus 45, minus 20, and another 30, or they are equal. And you can say that this is everything easy, but we'll see the results. And maybe viewers can see that it's not so obvious when you see this kind of discount, because it's not so easy to calculate really fast in your head. So let's go here and see. We have division of the votes, 50-50, okay. Here you say that this is the best promotion, minus 25 and minus 20, and here you say that minus 45 on the entire range is better. And what are the answers? In the first question, answer A, 50% is better than 30 plus 35. In the second one, they are equal. Nobody answered this, but they are equal. And in the third one, A is the best. And this is, in fact, something that you answered, majority of people. So it's not so easy. You are still making mistakes, but this is why this quiz was created. And now another one, which is more attractive, which promotion gives you the lowest price, final price. The initial price is 200, maybe one of discount 50 euro. Let's say that this is the same currency. First minus 20% discount, and then 20, or they are equal. Okay, next one. From 250 minus 60 euro minus 50% an additional 30, or they are equal. It's not so easy with this time with numbers to calculate percentage and the proper answer. Of course, if you still want to join, there is QR code. Let's wait 3 more seconds. And in this case, in the fourth, B was correct. Let's see. Still, you are not sure which one is good. And in the fifth, B was correct. Here was easier for you to calculate this. Well, that's good, but almost half of the participants didn't answer correctly. So probably somehow it works. And now another type of the promotion that I see quite often in the in some stores. First one, minus 15% on each product. Second one, minus 50% on the fourth product, or maybe they are equal, and let's say that they have the same price. And this one is easy. The next one will be a bit harder, the question. So don't think that you are too smart for this. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, minus 10% on every item. The regular price is 15. You are buying 3 pieces. 25% discount for the third piece or the third product for 10 euro, 9.99. And this is the last question, as I remember, out of the series of the questions. Then we'll go a bit to the theory again. Okay, you don't want to answer. So in the question A, the answer 6A is correct. Let's see. Yes, this was easy one. And here in the 7C, also some division in the answers. When I made this with a bit more participants in Poland, almost nobody decided that this is the best discount. So or this one person is a bit faster with calculating. But as you can see, it's not so easy to calculate those discounts. When you look at this, like this discount, it's hard to understand what is happening. We have to calculate each one of them and understand the final price. It's misleading. So just an idea what is working, what is not working, and some inspiration for you what to use in the future. And now presenting the prices. So there is one theory about the price length, and it says that the longer is the price, it appears to be higher. So when you compare this showing of the price and this appears to be lower, and this appears to be higher. So if you want to show the price to appear to be lower, you should get rid of the 0, 0 and all the separators. And another one is that if you show the currency symbol next to the price, our brains connected to paying and the pain of paying. So if you show only the price, not with the symbol, only the number, for people it will be easier to pay the price. So starting from the price like this, showing the separator 0 cents and the symbol of the currency, we can go to this view, this state without the separators and 0 cents, but the probability of buying the product will be the highest one in this case when this is a simple number. Now, a few words about promotions. And now another questioner, please join. And we have the original cost of 259, delivery cost 12.99, and we are making a discount promotion. And which one would you choose? Free delivery or 5% discount? In the meantime, I saw that there is information about automating pricing in your store. If you want to discuss something with us, you can click contact us. We'll be happy to discuss. Or if you want to have some discussion with me, some free consulting session, you can also contact us. And I will be happy to have some talk. And let's see the results. Majority of you decided that free delivery is better. And this is because people hate paying for delivery. They don't see any value in this, because if you pay more for the product, maybe you will find it the better quality, that you have still the product in your hand. But delivery, it disappears in our mind. This is not giving additional value to the product. And in this case, when they were making an experiment, they also checked, and people decided that it's better to have free delivery than some discount. And in this case, if you calculate this, 5% will be a bit more than the free delivery cost. So this is more affordable, but people are choosing free delivery. And okay, so we have this discount, and I think it's quite popular to offer free shipping from some value. So if you exceed 200, you will have free shipping. But how to make the baskets even bigger? How to further increase the basket? And this was inspired by the Dr. Kopecki's pricing nugget, and it's about tier pricing. So the theory behind this is that when you spend $100, you will have free shipping or maybe 10% discount. If you spend 500, you will have 30% discount, etc. What is important here also is that you have some indicator of in your cart, for example, that there is something, some amount more needed to have some bonus. So for example, if the free shipping is from 100, you need still $12.90 for free shipping, some indicator that will help people to understand how much more they have to add to the basket. And there are 3 cases. One is with some, I hope you see this well. One where the distance between promotions is high. So here you spend 100 and get some discount, and here you spend 500 and get a discount. Here you have really high first level. So first discount you have when you have 400 spending and then 500 spending. And here you start really low, but every 100 you have some other discount. And the question for you is, which approach is the best? If you want to join, you're welcome. It's not so easy to choose the strategy for your tier pricing and to adjust the levels. But let's discuss and let's see what are the results of the experiments. Three more seconds. And you say that the most frequent levels are the best. Nobody will use this one. And 20% of the votes are here. Let's see what the experiment says. So they made 3 experiments, of course. First one, large price gap. And they saw that with the level of 100, only 8% of people decided not to go into this. 85 of orders was here between 100 and 500, so the majority, and only 7% decided to go so far to exceed 500. When they made the distance, when they reduced the distance from 300 to 400, we saw that 35% of people didn't meet any level. 50%, so quite a lot, exceeded the level, but didn't exceed this one because, wow, finally I reached the level, I don't want to go any further. And 15% reached this level, so more than in the previous one. And with the most frequent levels, as you can see, most people were between 100 and 200. But percentage is one, and another one is average basket size. And when we see the results, it's quite surprising. So the best result was with the middle one, nobody voted for it, $321 on the average of the size of the basket. Other solution had 193 and this 150. So this one was the best. Of course, this levels depends on your current basket sizes, your customers, your industry, etc. But I think it's a good idea to consider adding new levels of some additional gifts or encouragement for people to spend more. And in fact, when I was analyzing some sales data for my customer with the consulting, because we were implementing this strategy, I saw that when you have the standard distribution, there are some sudden breaks, sudden losses in the number of sales in the particular levels. And in fact, a lot of people decided not to, psychologically for sure, they decided not to exceed $400, $300, $500. They just preferred to be next to this level, not to exceed, because this was some scientific border for them. So people were spending 398, 395, but not 405. They decided not to add anything more, just to stay between this limit, in the limit of like 400, 500, etc. So when we add additional levels, we are encouraging them to cross this limit and to spend a bit more, because this is some threshold for them that they don't want to cross. So yes, as I said there, for the recommendations, it's better to add some additional tiers, and it's important to add some visualization of the progress to motivate people, that they will see that they need to add something more to save more. And of course, the benefits will be bigger baskets and higher customer engagement. And now the question for you is, if you have more thresholds in the shop, except then the free delivery, maybe you have, maybe you don't have, but you are now considering, or before you were considering to add it. And maybe then we can discuss how to calculate this. But I think adding this psychological levels is quite smart from the beginning, because it should work everywhere. But the question is where to put the point of the start where people are buying. So usually you don't have, and you don't want to have. Pity. And now, how to make promotion to decrease your sales. So how to make a promotion in a stupid way that people will decide that they will not buying anymore. And they conducted 5 experiments, and they found out that when the promotion was too far away from the client and the gain was not enough, people decided to abandon their carts. So, for example, in this case, if your basket size, current one, is 210, and I tell you that you need to spend 179.63 more to get 50% of the second product, this is quite a lot. This is almost double of the current basket. You don't have any gain so far, and you will get some imaginary discount that it's hard to calculate it for the second product. You don't see any value right now, and people decided to abandon the basket because, as I said, this is too far away, and this is not giving them enough value to inspire them, to encourage them to increase their basket. The last one topic is non-standard pricing methods. And here is one theory that customers prefer to pay a fixed price than something that they have to calculate. And you can see this while buying a mobile phone subscription. People decide to buy everything included, no limits for text messages, internet, phone calls, than to have a plan that they have to pay for everything separately. And why this is good? Because people overestimate their usage, so they think that they will use more, and they want to avoid some anxiety about the unexpected costs. So they prefer to pay flat rate and not to worry about anything, and be able to use more, even though they won't, than to every month to be surprised with the new bill that they are not aware of what it will be. And you can see this when you look at the Amazon Prime. People prefer to buy Amazon Prime subscription not to pay for the shipping, even though maybe they are not using it so much that it will pay back. Of course, with Amazon Prime there are also TV, etc. But it's also visible with some other marketplaces that they offer some subscriptions. I told about mobile phone subscriptions, gym memberships. People prefer to buy membership than to pay for every visit. In Spotify, you don't want to pay for every song, you just pay some price for a month. And with the books apps, you also can buy some subscription. And when I was in Gillette, the huge problem was Dollar Shave Club, because they created some subscription. People were paying flat rate and they delivered razors to their home. And people were crazy about this. They preferred some subscription for the razors, not to buy them separately in the store. And yeah, this was something that really shaken our world. And what are the other alternatives of the flat rate subscriptions? I read about two companies that made it. One was Philips, with, I suppose it was a hospital, that they offered a deal that it will always be light in the hospital. That the hospital doesn't have to pay for the light bulbs separately, but they offer them that they will always have a light. They don't care if they have to replace the bulbs. Maybe they will install super great light bulbs, but it always has to be a light, doesn't matter what. And it was huge saving for both companies, because the hospital didn't have to pay for every changing, and the Philips did what they wanted with the light bulbs. They chose the most optimal way for them. And another way was renting of the tools by the company with drills, etc., to the construction company. I don't remember if it was exactly this company, but they decided that the construction company doesn't need to buy the products, but they will always provide them with the good working tools. So you don't care if it broke, if you have to maintain them or something, or grease them. You always have a good working tools. And it was also a good deal for both sides. And now the question is, if you have some product that you think that can be sold with subscription. You have a bit more time to join and to write. This is some brainstorming for us to find maybe some ideas you didn't think about before. Maybe there are some things that maybe you can offer in alternative method to convince people to buy, maybe to ensure that they are buying again, to gain their loyalty, etc. And now, if you are not filling this out on the chat, there is invitation for another webinars. and I will be conducting this year. We have a plan until the end of the year, so we'll be happy to. Please remember to click submit, because I can see that there is one. Okay. Dog food. Yeah, I think this is really great idea, because it's something that is repetitive. People have to go to the shop or choose all the time the same. But if you decide to make the subscription, that's really great. If you can deliver it like every month or something, great idea. I would take it. The same maybe with, I don't have a dog, I have the daughter, but milk or diapers for the child, it's great. I don't have to carry about this. This can be a case. Okay, and what about nonlinear pricing? So let's say that you are in the mountains, you are walking, and finally you have this place where you can rest. And after the whole tough day of walk, you want to buy a beer. And they say, okay, first one is €8, second one is 7, etc. And why it's like this? Because the first beer for you is it has the most value. You will enjoy it the most after the whole day. Cold beer, you will pay this €8. But after drinking wine, you will think, okay, do I want another one? Your willingness to pay is getting lower. So, okay, maybe this is 7, I will buy. But third beer, I don't want to, but it's cheaper. Okay, I will buy it, etc. Yes, so you can adjust your pricing with the willingness of pay. And this is some example that, of course, can be overused by clients. Like one person can buy for all the group, but this is some idea, some example that you can use to get inspired with your products. Maybe people are having less value with every next product that they are buying. And in this case, I found two examples. One is with the batteries for drills. Usually people need around maybe 2 batteries. And so you can sell those 2 first batteries normally with a good margin, but maybe another one to sell with the lower price, because this is some additional gain for people that they have no so much value, but maybe they will find it convenient. So the best margin on first 2, which are necessary, but every other with a bit lower margin. And another thing is like those barriers, those walls for the bed I was buying for my daughter, because she loves sleeping in the big bed, and apparently I don't anymore. This was her choice. And those barriers, as you can imagine, usually need 3. 1, 2, 3, nothing from the wall. Usually the beds are next to the wall, not in the middle of the room. And what they did is that they offered the 4th barrier not for 169, but for €99, saying that you can make a playpen out of them in the future. So they are convincing people to buy 4, even though they need 3, because of the future gains that you can get for buying 1 more barrier. So you see in your store that people are usually buying 3 pieces. You can try to convince them to buy 4th one for the lower price. And the question to you. Maybe you can see some product that is losing their worth after some number over some quantity. If yes, you can here write your idea of your products. Once again, brainstorming. We had batteries, we had walls for the bed. Maybe there is something else that people are losing their worth. Maybe like leashes for dogs. I don't know if people need 5 of them. Maybe you can convince them that one is winter one is summer one, adjust them properly. Maybe there are some other ideas that you have from your website. Or maybe you don't. We have one answer. Batteries. Yeah, I think this is a good idea. What I have is always like this, that I buy pack of 4 batteries, but then my daughter has a new toy. It needs batteries. I have to I have to take my batteries from the gaming pad from the computer, and I cannot play. I don't have time to play, but it's still a pain to use the batteries, or to take them from the clock or something, just to have um, for her to have batteries. And in fact, I bought quite a big of jar of the batteries, rechargeable ones. Nice coincidence that I all the time have some spare batteries for her toys. So maybe you can try to convince people that, okay, don't buy 4 pack. Maybe you will need some more in the future. Buy 2 more just in case, because it's always needed. The batteries are needed at home. And this is the end. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer. You can write them here in the chat, or if you prefer, you can ask them directly on LinkedIn. And now you can see the additional webinars that we'll be conducting. I will be presenting. You can click, you can enter, you can subscribe, and I will be happy to talk about those topics in the future. Thank you so much. So do we have any questions? My tech team, can you share the questions? Can removing the currency symbol hurt store credibility? I don't think so. If overall view is fine and it's easy, if people understand what is the currency on the website, I think it won't hurt the credibility. But of course, if you have some problem with this, with the credibility, and you have still some areas to work in your store, I think it's better to implement only half of the recommendations. So maybe make the price easier, but still keep the currency symbol. Maybe just make step by step. How to show discounts on premium products without lowering received value. So this is quite tricky, because people connect the quality of the products with the price, and when you make the discount, for example, for leather gloves from 50 to 30, they can lose in the customer's perception. So you should also then underline in the description that the products are still good quality. So you can, of course, in the traditional store, they can see, they can touch, they can feel the quality. But in the web store, it's impossible. So you should underline that those leather durable gloves are soft inside. I don't know, they are not so heavy, but you can feel them nicely on your hands, etc. Of course, there are other ways of discounting premium products. You can add some bonus to them. You can maybe make some sets discounted, not to hurt the view, the perspective of the clients on the product. I hope I answered the question. And another one, how can Dealavo help with setting up the promotions? So first of all, we help with distinguishing which products should be promoted or no, especially in the consulting, because you shouldn't make promotions on all your portfolio. If you are aware of the roles in your portfolio, so traffic builders, long tail, etc., you shouldn't make promotions on the long tail. You should make on the traffic builders, and then you have to apply a good pricing strategy on both segments, or even more segments if you prefer. and then we'll tell you what is the proper price to be attractive on the market. Because when you are selling for 200 and you make a discount from 200 to 150, but the cheapest offer on the internet is 100, then your discount doesn't work, your promotion doesn't work, and this is pointless, and it even looks weird. And on the other hand, you have to be aware of the fact that if you, especially where the omnibus is present, so that you have to show the lowest price for the last 30 days, that if you make a discount, you make the promotion for the product, but it's lower than the lowest price from the last 30 days, it can even make people to lose interest in your offer. So if the lowest offer for the product was 100 in the last 30 days and you are making discount to 150, I wouldn't say that it will attract people. I think it will work otherwise. Okay, some other questions? Okay, if there are no more questions, thank you so much for your attendance and have a nice day. Thank you.